Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the T-100 LT. It's the Tier 10 Soviet light tank. It's located on the northeast spawn of Arctic region, and this one is under the command of General Anonymous. Now this is the tank with the best camo rating in the entire game. It's very flat. It was actually developed during the 60s, so it's not a war tank. It's never actually been in combat, so to speak. In fact, it wasn't actually put forward. It was well, designed, but it wasn't actually manufactured. It's basically the ultimate passive spotting tank, and it looks like General Anonymous is just going to do that. He's just going to go into the bush, get nicely snuggled in, pull the blankets over, and then go to sleep and watch the enemies go by. And the first one's turned up is a Bobject and a Gorilla 15 spotted up on the cliff, and oh, he's already starting to pick up spotting assist. This is all going to help him a lot. Spotting masses of enemy tanks. He's now got a spotter badge as well, and for a light tank that's so important. Oh, that Gorilla went! He just claimed the last bit of hit points off the spotting on that Gorilla. He's telling his team, go for it. It's so useful as a light tank if you get somebody into this position. So useful if you're on a team where you've got a light tank who does this, because it means that they get to spot all of the enemy tanks. You know where they are. You can hit them when they can't hit you because they don't know where you are yet. This bush is really, well, it's quite difficult to get to if you're in a slow light tank. If you're in a fast one, you might get here and occupy it, but then find the enemy comes up and tries to occupy it as well. And you might actually find that one of your teammates tries to occupy it. There's an AMX-13-105 going down into the gully. Luckily, there's no enemy tanks down there. Well, they're Progetto 65 and Object 140. They're all trying to come up now to get close to this position, but it's not going to help them much because not only are they all still spotted, and our Arty will be able to have a go at them, but if necessary, he can of course call on the AMX-13-105 to join him and start attacking those guys in their rear. 2,500 spotting assists so far. You see the Arty are getting them. We can also see that Bobject down there who's being a bit cautious. Now he actually is a bit of a problem to us because we can't really go over to the west side and come up behind the enemy whilst he's there, because of course he could cause us major problems. Mind you, we've got our own Bobject which is holding up the enemy for the moment. Progetto's making a quick move. Now if he goes down into the dip, our team are going to know that he's done it. Yep, they saw it. So he's now caught in that area and he can get shot in his rear any time. Of course, if we do shoot, of course the enemy will know that we're here. And here comes somebody who's going to cause us problems. The AMX-13-105 on their team took care of our one, and now he's getting close to General Anonymous. Thankfully, he's been taken out by the Striv, who's up on top of the mouse at the moment. One shot would only be all it takes to take out that Progetto, but the problem is if he does fire, he's no longer able to stay in this position. And he would be vulnerable to that Badger up ahead as well. But sooner or later you have to decide, are you really helping your team in an advanced position if you don't open fire? If you try to help your teammates from behind, well, there's one of them gone, the Object 140. There goes the Progetto. And the projectile was taken out by the Object 261, so Arty managed to get one in there. 3 Arty on our team. Zooms back round to the Viz 55. We're 2 up on the enemy. We're holding our own down in the south. I think we've more than obliterated them in the north now. So, oh, he's picked up some more spotting assist on the Viz 55. He's now up to 6,000. Now, can we get some damage on that Bobject? He's way close to us, but of course he can't see us because we've got the best camo in the game. And we're in a bush. He has no... Well, he does know that he's been spotted because every time he pops up, his sixth sense is lit up. He must realise there's somebody around that he can't see. He's gone further down the gully. At least the badger's moved away, which means that General Anonymous can change positions if he needs to without being spotted. That Viz 55 is not in sight though. And he just killed our chieftain. Okay, Arty's laying a shell down in the dip. Saying that the Viz 55 is not a one-shot, and he says he can't YOLO him. Yeah, because it's true, he can't, because he just hasn't got the enough hit points to take the guy out before he would get taken out in return. He's saying go for the badger, get the badger. He's down in the position where you can hit him now. He's in the open. In fact, he looks like he's headed for the water. There's the Viz 55. He's now one shot. Although, yes, he can pen there. Yes, he's every second. Although, so there he gets a pen, and obviously it gets a bounce. Yep, you can see. There's no. There's yes. You can see the pen indicator doing its job. "205 meters away." "60 TP's going in for the kill and gets it." 6,192 spotting assists. The enemy's still got an advantage of 1, and it looks like they've cleared the south, but they haven't cleared the west, and that could be a problem for them. Okay, made the move, but the badger is still there. Oh yes, and a kill shot comes in from the strip 1030, but he was seen, and the Bobject did get a hit on him, and a big hit that. 577. Could have been higher. Looks like 60 TP's going back to defend the cap area. We lost the strip 103B as well. The good news though is that they've only got an IS-7 and the Bobject and the 3 Artys now, whereas we've got 2 Artys, the T-100 LT of General Anonymous, and that 60 TP. So if the 60 TP stays where he is at the moment, General Anonymous can get to work on the Arty, but no, he's not decided. He's decided he's not going to do that. He hasn't really got enough hit points to go after the big guys, the Bobject and the IS-7, although the IS-7's probably fairly low on hit points. He's changed his mind again. He's coming back to defend this cap area. I would very much go after the enemy Arty at this point. try and whittle away their support.
Stop your advance.
He's trying to tell the 60 TP, come back. I think he's, yeah, the 60 TP is not making a very smart move here. That IS-7 and the Bobjet could gang up on him in here. But I guess all we can do at the moment is try and support him. If he's determined to do this, he might actually die in the process. But I suppose we can help him by actually letting him know where the enemy is and try to dodge them. Whoa! You spotted one of the enemy Arty. It's the T-92. Ow! That's a lot of damage by a collision, a very bad fall. But the T-92 is getting absolutely hammered. Arty rounds hitting him. And now another hit for 276. It's a 100mm gun he's using, capable 300 alpha, 230mm pen. That's the Object 261, which of course is one of the players who was really good. Oh! Yes, unfortunately, this is not the best place to be right now. He manages to get some air. Now, he's lost momentum for the moment, but he can get round here. He didn't go round at the right angle. He was a little too low when he went round that corner. And you have to be high if you're going to make it through all the way. And he's going low again. Going low takes away your speed and you can't get out. Well, he managed to get some air again. So he sneaked his way across. Not the best way to cross this area. I don't recommend you do that, and he's going to run out of air if he does. If he's not careful. Oh no! Don't! Oh, thank goodness he managed to get some more air back. But it's momentum you lose, and once you lost the momentum, oh, gasping for breath, he got out. Yeah, I thoroughly don't recommend going around there very low because you lose all your energy and momentum from the water, and then you can't get up, you can't claw your way up, and you drown. So it's best to go high. Okay, the IS-7, one shot. He was already badly damaged, but where is the Bobjet? That's the question. At least now it's in our favour, but for the fact, of course, that Bobjet knows where we are. It might be better for him to go a little further round again, come up where the Bobjet was killed. Okay, well, there's no Bobjet in sight. He didn't see us, and Sixth Sense didn't go off. The Bobjet is up at our cap. Now, go for it. Take out all the enemy Arty, and then get in the cap. If you go into the cap without the enemy Arty being dealt with first, they will get resets. Okay, locks on for the first one. He tries for a ram, it doesn't work. Oh, we take a hit from the Object 261. Gun depression actually causes some major problem here. Now the 261's trying for a ram. It fails because, of course, the IS-7 has got a turning circle like a pig. And he's out the game. So that's a Pascucci's medal. He's now going for the cap area. Oh, no, he doesn't need to because the enemy's been killed. The 268 Bobjet managed to get wiped out by the 60 TP. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first class tanker for General Anonymous and T-100 LT. He actually did manage to get the Holy Trinity on this one. Yes, we call it the Holy Trinity because it's getting spotter. Well, he didn't get the spotter Holy Trinity because he didn't get the patrol duty. I'm mistaking the Pascucci's for the patrol duty. He got the spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. He got the scout medal for spotting at least 9 enemy vehicles, being the first one to detect them. And he also got a Pascucci's medal for killing 2 enemy SPGs in this game. If he'd actually got the patrol duty, that would have been the Holy Trinity. The goal of any light tank is to get that combination of medals, because those are the combinations which meant that you did your job as a light tank to perfection and let your teammates know where all the enemy tanks were. Win 8 from this game's 2,220, which is pretty good, and he called it a nice rabbit, this one. Yes, he was definitely trying to get around, but I think, yes, you almost were a nice turtle, actually, in this one, because you almost drowned so many times. It's unbelievable. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see in this game, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Heshbon on the enemy team. You notice I don't call it the other word because, well, it's not really relevant. The fact is that this tank did fire Hesh, and that's what it was designed to do. 4,399 hit points of damage went to him. 4,378 went to the Chieftain on the enemy team, and the next highest scorer was the Strib 103B. It was actually helpful to us as well, 4,205. We can see that General Anonymous got 1,485 hit points in this game, so it's not bad. It's about middle table. But when it came to kills, actually, he was in second place because the high scorer was the IS-7 that he killed with 4 kills. 3 kills went to General Anonymous. Plus, of course, he was still alive at the end of the game. And then 2 kills went to the Heshbon, the Strib 103B, the 60 TP, who was also alive at the end, the Object 261 on our team, and 3 members of the enemy team. Their Bobject, their T-92 HMC, and their Object 261. The Bobject managed to get a Pascucci's as well for killing 2 Arty. In fact, he killed both Arty at the end of the game. When it came to base XP, it was General Anonymous, because despite the fact that he didn't do a huge amount of damage, he did a huge amount of spotting, and that's why he earned so much extra XP there. 819 went to the Strib 103B, 762 to the 60 TP. 6 shots fired, 6 direct hits and 5 penetrations on the enemy. 1 splash. Damage of 1,485 hit points, all of it at close range. 1 hit received from the enemy, it was a penetration. 2 hits by way of splash damage, yes, from that 261, was definitely trying to get some hits on him. 9 enemy vehicles spotted, 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, 6,328 hit points of spotting assist, and he got 2 capture points right at the end. He earned 40,065 credits on a free play account, 4,327 for completing the missions, 44,392 altogether, and after ammunition resupply, consumables and repair, he actually took away a profit of 18,811 credits. He picked up 7 bonds for this vehicle's special ability. Not sure what that means, but actually I think it's the fact that it's a tier 10. 1,067 base XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 2,134 altogether. So the T-100 LT can be extremely good fun. You can just rack up the credits and the hit points by just spotting and sitting in a bush for most of the game. And towards the end, it can actually be very useful because of that very, very high speed. The fact that it can dash about the battlefield, and that can be a real problem for the enemy because when you've got a tank that can do 72 kilometers an hour, it's a bit difficult to carry out some action on one side of the battlefield and not to have the tank come back and suddenly surprise you in the rear at the other end. As it is, it worked out very well for him because he did manage to get and kill both of those enemy Arties. And of course, if he hadn't killed them, he wouldn't have been able to cap. But also, if he tried to attack the enemy at the other end, the Bobject, there's a very good chance that the enemy Arty would have put a shell near him and possibly badly damaged him. Very well played, General Anonymous. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, please do let other people know that this channel exists because apparently not many people do know that we exist, which is a shame because I've done as much as I can to try and get other people to know that we're there without annoying them, because obviously some of the Facebook pages don't like it if you actually mention your channel too often because there's so many people all trying to notify them of other videos that they can go and see. But yes, there's a lot of competition, but we do like our channel to get known because after all, you've got a much better chance of appearing on this channel as you have on any other. Thanks for watching.